What's up, fight fans? Greetings from the Wrestleverse. This is Lady J, and it's time to take it to the ring. Today, we are reviewing New Japan Pro Wrestling Best of 2021. So, for this episode, the Best of 2021, 3 matches have been selected as the best. And our first one features Chris Dickinson against filthy Tom Lawlor. So earlier this year, Chris Dickinson stepped up to this open challenge by his fellow teammate, Tom Lawlor. This was an open weight championship match. This was a jorts versus lavender trunks match. And it was like an old-fashioned grappling match with tons of headlocks, twists, holds. This was a very calculated match. Chris and Tom are going back and forth with ankle locks. They're all tangled up, but one gator roll gets Chris into a tight submission hold, but he gets loose. And finally, the action leaves the mat, and the guys, they grab hands, and Chris drop kicks Tom and kicks off the action. Tom tries to do a lariat kick, but no one is home. And finally, the chops begin. Oh yeah, Daryl, the chops. Whoosh! And a dragon screw leg whip against Tom, and Chris is in control. But Tom creates some distance. He gets out, he takes a breather, and regains control, using the ring as a weapon, snapping Dickinson's neck against the top rope, ankle lock to a figure 4 in the center of the ring. It is amazing how twisting over reverses the pain to your opponent. Ooh, Chris gives Tom a huge suplex off the top of the turnbuckle, and Chris summons up a second wind and charges Lawlor with a clothesline and a Death Valley driver. Danny Limelight and Kratos, they're outside the ring, and they're coming up distracting Chris because they know Tom is getting beat up. But Brody King comes in and takes out Kratos. We're back to just Chris giving a brainbuster to Tom, but he taps out at 2. We are 15 minutes into this match. A spinning enziguri and another 2 count kick out. STF is applied, but Lawlor gets to the rope. Dickinson is really testing the champion and drops him on his head with a suplex. Dickinson has his bitter Kimura, and it's been applied to Chris, and then this sloppy tombstone. Chris looks like the lights are out, nobody's home, but he does kick out at 2. We get explosive chops and forearm strikes, an exploder, an Olympic slam. Ooh, Lawlor gave this, these kicks. These guys are nuts. A rear naked choke and a sleeper suplex finishes off Chris for this 21-minute match. Tom Lawlor wins and retains his open weight championship. So, the second best of 2021 match is Hikeleo versus Fred Rosser in a no disqualification match. Fred Rosser comes in from out of nowhere attacking Hikeleo, but Hikeleo is like a foot taller than Rosser. He's like 6'9". We've got some hard-hitting, action-packed match, and Rosser is tossed so easily over the top rope, and Hikeleo goes looking for a chair, but totally misses with it. And what the heck? Rosser throws a bucket to the head of Hikeleo. So now we're behind the curtains, behind the stage, into the boxes, and here comes the wrist tape, and Hikeleo is going to get choked out by Fred Rosser. Boxes are flying, and now we're outside in the parking lot by the U-Haul. And in the U-Haul, these guys are not getting their deposit back. Can you imagine? Like, there's people who live across the street in the condos. Can you imagine living out there seeing this? And then Hikeleo gives a low blow to Rosser, stopping his intention to close the U-Haul door on his head. Special delivery. Rosser comes flying out of the U-Haul, gives him the garden hose. Yeah, the garden hose is being used now. The sign says, use this door, and yet no one has been using this door as a weapon yet. These men have used everything but the door with the sign that says, use this door. Anyways, so we're revisiting the table again. Both men fall on the table, all fakakta, not breaking it at all. Roster gets in a double knee gutbuster and follows with a running knee strike to finish off Hikeleo. Mr. No Days Off is definitely gonna need a day off after this match because he is obviously hurting. That was an action-packed match. All right, so this best of 21 match ends with El Phantasmo against the flamboyant one, Juice Robinson. And we start off with some strong middle fingers being exchanged outside of the ring. And Juice finally gets in. He's saying hello to everybody. And he's flexing. And he's slapping his booty in the face of El Phantasmo. And he is not happy about it. The bell finally rings to make this official. And Phantasmo's doing some shoulder tackles against Juice, but they are going nowhere. Juice is immovable. But an eye poke and a leg sweep does take out Juice. Juice trips up and he appears to have twisted his knee. So Phantasmo does some jumping jacks in the front while he's waiting. Moments later, an atomic crotch drop from the flamboyant one takes out Phantasmo with his huge cross body outside of the ring onto Phantasmo, and Phantasmo's calling for a timeout. Juice waits a second and he follows up with a big body drop. The crowd is shouting out. They are counting along as Juice strikes Phantasmo in the corner. Phantasmo spins out face down on the mat. Then we have some forearm strikes, but Juice, his forearm strike knocks El Phantasmo on the ground. Shh, we're going to exchange some chops. But Phantasmo gives a gut kick and nail scratches down the back of Juice. 2 cartwheels and more nail scratches, a little fancy footwork on the rope by Phantasmo. Juice jabs flying her way, and then an old-fashioned foot stomp. Some more back scratch and titty twisting by Phantasmo. It's getting a little kinky, Daryl. Juice knocks Phantasmo out. The crowd is chanting like purple nipples, purple nurples, I don't know. And Juice follows up with a big cannonball, a full Nelson slam, followed by a big booty senton from Juice, but only for a cover kick out at 2. Phantasmo ate a huge double knee gut buster for another kick out at 2, Daryl. A top rope Frankensteiner band Phantasmo followed up by a splash, but a kick out at 2. Oh, and a little homage to AJ Styles with a Styles Clash, but Juice kicks out at 2, Daryl. Running knee strike, and a one-winged angel gets ruined, and Juice knocks down the ref, and El Phantasmo's low blow and a 4 count cover totally go unnoticed by the ref because he's out. Juice nails Phantasmo and covers, but that was the slowest count by the ref. I thought we were back in AAA and El Hijo de Tirantes was being bad. Anyways, Juice pulls the HHB, and Juice finally wins this match. Here at Take It to the Ring, we like to give our matches a rating. A number 5 is A Fight Forever. A number 4 is This Is Awesome. A number 3 is You Still Got It. A number 2 is What? And a number 1 is Boring. And I think that this is a This Is Awesome match. The show was fun. It did feel like Tom Lawlor did all the match picks, so there's a lot of grappling, which I really should learn to appreciate since my son is starting jiu-jitsu. I did miss the high flyers, the United Empire guys, and the Japanese tough guys, but the Juice Robinson El Phantasmo match was a fantastic way to end this compilation for the New Japan Strong Best of 2021. That's it for this week's New Japan Strong WrestleCap. Take a moment to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. For more WrestleCap videos, click the link below. Until next time, I'm Lady J, and keep it lucha.